Everybody likes a glimpse of the future, and every person would like to know what his future will be like in today here. Not according to any astrologer, but according to the data reserved on the basis of science. We will tell you that after about 75 years from today, i.e., how will our world be in the year 2100? Remember, friends, I repeat again that these are not astrological predictions, or any of these predictions have been taken out of my own pocket or made by me. All these are different friends. This is an assessment done by experts of different fields, which shows the future developments and changes in our world. And it is true that we do not know at all what is going to happen in a moment, but by the year 2100, this world will change completely. If everything remains safe and everything goes well, then this calculation of development done by scientists and experts will prove to be correct. So let us start with the job market of the year 2100. By the year 2100, about 60% of the jobs in the world will be lost, because by then there are robots in many fields. Recruitment would have been done and artificial intelligence would have started working, especially in works like cleaning, babysitting, cash transaction, weight carrying, and operating work. Now the robots would be performing their duties. By 2100, about 70 to 75% of the world's population would be living in cities, and much before that time, the number of people dying from cancer will reduce drastically in the whole world, and the prediction says that no person below the age of 80 will die from cancer till then, and by then, the number of people dying from cancer in the world will reduce drastically. Scientists would have almost eradicated diseases like cancer, and many vaccinations for it would also be available. On the other hand, by the year 2100, diseases like myopia will increase. Myopia is a disease of farsightedness of the eye due to which a person sees blurred vision. Food and lifestyle due to changes in the environment and excessive screen time. This disease is increasing continuously, and by the 22nd century, almost a large population of the world will be suffering from this disease, although it can be cured with glasses or surgery. Is technology, friends? 75 years from now, we will obviously be using equipment with a lot of technology, which includes mobiles and other gadgets like torch, TV, laptop, etc. All these will be much more advanced than today and will make us experience virtual reality. Even though our houses are full of equipment, by that time we will be using many times more electronic devices and equipment in our homes than today. In the coming 75 years from today, airplane travel will become more comfortable. Apart from this, very soon such airplanes will also come in the market, in which you will not have a small window but will get to see a very big view. Then the airplanes will become very big, and due to the virtual instruments in some airplanes, we will be able to see very big things in the airplane, almost its size. When you will be watching the outside views on the screen of your phone, then things like trains, airplanes, space shuttles, and rockets will be much faster than today, which will cover their distant destinations in a very short time. Today we may be the world's New York City, that we see the advanced cities of Chicago or Tokyo, but then by this time there would be many cities in India which would be bigger than these cities of today and would have big buildings. And many smart cities would also be built in India, which would be equipped with many facilities, due to which you will be able to book tickets from any corner of your house. You will be able to control the equipment or device directly from anywhere in the world through the internet. Although we still do this, but today we control all this through Ethernet. Even today, most of the world's 95% of traffic is carried out through fiber optic cables, but by the year 2100, the world's internet will be almost through satellite, which means that there will be no problem of network failure at that time, whether you are traveling from Bihar to Bihar or even in the mountains. You will be able to go and stay connected with your home or family members. Migration and globalization, friends. By that time, globalization in the world will increase many times more than today. Many people from different countries will go and settle in various countries, and the entire world will become multicultural, and due to advanced technology, the world will seem smaller. Traveling from one place to another will become easier and more dynamic. Friends, till date only astronauts were able to travel in space outside the gravity of the Earth, But in future, many such companies will provide us this facility, although even today some companies are not able to do this. It takes us to space, but today this facility is for very rich people, whereas by the year 2100, even common people will be able to travel in space just like they can travel by air today. By then, space travel will become commercial and space adventures will also become a possibility. Just like today, we go from one country to another, or from one place to another on Earth for vacations. At that time, people will go to space for advanced vacations. If we talk about socialism, then by the year 2100, even in countries like India, there will be a huge increase in prices, and we will also have adopted Western norms like multiple marriages and live in relationships. It is true that the future generation will be more advanced and multi-talented than us, due to which the development of the whole world will be many times more than today. It will be happening at a faster pace. By the year 2100, the world population will cross 105 billion. According to the United Nations report, by the year 2100, the sea level will rise and the world's sea level will increase, due to which many countries of the world will face floods at least 5 times more than before. We have lost 5 big islands due to the rise in sea level, and there is every possibility that many big islands of the world will be submerged in water in the next 75 years. Friends, the interesting thing is that by the year 2100, the technology of 3D printing will be so advanced that it would have happened that whole houses will be made in a very short time by 3D printing. This is such a technology with which anything can be made very easily by giving it a shape in a short time. Nowadays, even bicycles, toys, airplanes, etc. can be made. Some small parts, some artificial human organs, and many other things are being made by 3D printing, but in future, as this technology will develop, very large things will be made by this technology. Transport and technology, it is natural that by the year 2100, the whole world there will be talk of self-drive on traffic automation, friends. This news may be heard not in the year 2100 but much before that, that is, in the near future. It will happen that self-drive cars will become very common, and if you think that in that era accidents will increase due to such cars, so it is not like that, friends. Accidents will be less because human errors will also be less, and at that time all the cars and roads will be dependent on sensors and will be fully computerized. Nowadays, in many developed countries, self-operated metro trains without any driver are also running, and therefore in the near future, autonomous work can become a part of at least some developed countries. By that time, holographic smartphones will become very common. This means that you can talk to your loved one not just on the screen, but as if that person is present right in front of you. If we talk about the speed of internet by the year 2100, friends, no matter how many equipments are there in the house, it is not going to make any difference because internet will be so fast that we cannot even imagine today, although by then videos, photos, and raw files will be able to be transmitted through internet. The quality will be so high that it will occupy a lot of memory. Seconds compared to the speed of the internet at that time. Now let's talk about language. Friends, by the year 2100, many languages of the world are going to change. Language is such a medium, friends, through which a human being can express his words. We can express it in language by weaving it. The importance of language has been considered to be the greatest in the development of humanity till date, but language never remains the same. It changes its form again and again. The language we speak today was the same language in ancient times. It was not spoken in the way we speak it today, and in future also our language will be spoken in a different way from what we speak today, and that is why one language gives birth to another language, like today's Indian language is born from Sanskrit. Many mother tongues have been born, and a language keeps changing or developing by adopting words from other languages. Today, Hindi is the mother tongue of about 35 crore people. That is, it is their first language, and there are about 60 crore such people in the world. Those who can read, understand, or write Hindi, that is, even if their mother tongue is something else. They know Hindi as a second language, and there are more than 150 countries in the world where more or less Hindi-speaking people live, and apart from India, Hindi has been adopted as the official language in Myanmar and Fiji, and according to research, it has been found that by the year 2100, the number of people speaking Hindi language will be double than today. This is about the year 2100, friends, but if we talk about the future even beyond that, then in the future, even one of the languages that we speak today will not be able to be spoken. This will cease to exist. Yes, after 700 to 800 years, all the languages that we use in the world today will disappear, and new languages and new vocabulary will be born from them, like almost all the spoken languages of India. The languages of the world originated from Sanskrit, the languages of South America and North America originated from Latin, and the languages of Europe originated from Greek. But today we can see how different the languages of today are from the original forms of those three languages. Let me tell you that today there are about 300 words in the English language, or 350 years ago, the word nice was used to say bad. That means today we always use the word nice for a good thing, but unlike that earlier the word nice was used to say bad or bad. That means then if you call someone nice, he will run to kill you. But in the last 300 years, the entire form of the word nice has changed. Today the word nice is used for good things and to say good, and in the same way many words have been used in the language. Changes keep happening, and hence in the future too, many old words will be replaced by new words. Well, by the year 2100 there will be some changes in our original languages of today, but even beyond that, in the future all the original languages of today will remain the same. Will end, but it is certain that very few languages will be left in the world. That is, the entire world will communicate through very few languages. Now friends, if a situation like war arises in the future, then the experts of the world tell that if a world war happens, then also it wouldn't be an end, because almost all the wars in the world are pre-planned. Whether we believe it or not, wars are usually pre-planned, and the powerful people of many developed countries of the world would have secured themselves some time before the war, and these remaining people of the world can keep humanity alive. Friends, that's all for today. Stay connected to the knowledge. Take care of yourself.